What's going on, everyone? My name is Marco Hanna, and with the announcement of the OnePlus 2 on Monday, I thought we should put it up against another flagship. Perhaps this isn't exactly traditional, but heck, we got these two phones sitting together, so why the heck not? This is the OnePlus 2 versus iPhone 6. Now, if you look at these two sitting next to each other, you may let out a couple of chuckles. The OnePlus 2's 5.5-inch 1080p display is massive in comparison to the iPhone 6's 4.7-inch 1336 by 750 panel. The pixels per inch difference is also pretty large. We're looking at 401 pixels per inch on the OnePlus 2 and 326 pixels per inch on the iPhone 6. Design and build-wise, perhaps the iPhone is the most appealing. Underneath my carbon fiber skin by Slick Wraps, you will see the iPhone 6 is wrapped around in an all-aluminum unibody shell. Also, the camera sits in a proper position on the top edge. The OnePlus 2 has a different build altogether. The whole sides of the OnePlus 2 are wrapped around in aluminum, and the internals are strengthened with magnesium. Construction-wise, I say they are on par, but looks-wise, iPhone all day. Internally, the battle is hilarious. The iPhone 6 is packed in with a dual-core Apple A8 processor and the M8 Motion coprocessor and only 1GB of RAM. The OnePlus 2 is packing in an octa-core Snapdragon 810 processor, 4GB of RAM, and the Adreno 430 GPU. On paper and most likely in the real world, the OnePlus 2 eats the iPhone 6 for breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, and snack before bed. Battery-wise, the OnePlus 2 packs in a huge 3,300 mAh, while the iPhone 6 packs in a tiny 1,810 mAh battery, so do I even have to explain this one? Storage-wise, the OnePlus 2 comes in two flavors, a 16GB model for nobody, and a 64GB model that most of you will go for. There is no micro SD card slot, so keep that in mind. Now, the iPhone 6 has a slight edge in the storage department by coming in 16, 64, and 128GB models. Boo for not having a 32GB model as a standard base of the iPhone 6, but the iPhone 6 also has no expandable memory either. Now next, I want to talk briefly about the cameras. The iPhone 6 has an 8-megapixel camera capable of 1080p video at 60 frames per second, slow motion 720p at 240 frames per second, and burst shots like crazy. The OnePlus 2 has a 13-megapixel camera that can shoot 4K UHD video at 30p, 1080p, and slow motion 720p. On paper, the OnePlus 2 has a better camera, but the iPhone is still fairly dangerous with the quality of their software and optics. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the software of these two devices, possibly the largest controversy between these two phones. People will always say that one OS is better than the other, but now with the OnePlus 2 running a more close to stock form of Android Lollipop, things aren't that different. Now, of course, Android is still a more flexible option, and things like widgets and other customization options on Android is very preferable. Now, Android still comes out on top, but iOS is a software for people who want things just to work. Now, the biggest difference between these two phones is the price tag. With the OnePlus 2 coming in at $329 and $389, the iPhone 6 comes in a massively more expensive $649, $749, and $849. And if you want the iPhone 6 Plus with the same specs but larger display, add an extra $100 to each of those price tags. So these two devices, while are very strange to compare on video, give the reason why OnePlus exists: to disrupt a market that has done things in pretty much the same way for the past 8 years. It's time to compete, and that competition belongs in the price tags, not the features. Now, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Make sure to leave a comment below. Also, subscribe to stay tuned for our full review of the OnePlus 2, and as always, my name is Marco Hanna, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.